Hey Pablo, how's it going today?
Good. How you doing, Bernard?
I'm good. I can't complain. I got tons of questions. So let's jump right into this.
All right.
You're not only tasked with kicking Covenant ass, you are the face of Master Chief now. How does it feel that your face will be attached to this character going forward?
Uh, it's a huge honor and a huge responsibility. Obviously, the chief is a character that's beloved by so many. That became evident right away when I was cast, and the chatter on social immediately showed me how excited people were for this adaptation of this show. How many opinions there were about what people thought, how it should go and what should be done. Um, and so it was clear from the beginning that I was in a position of great responsibility, and I take that very seriously. I'm very eager for fans to see it, and it's to be able to experience the Halo universe that so many people have loved for so long, in a completely different way in terms of media consumption. This is not a first person shooter video game. It's a television show, long form storytelling format. So we tried to make entertainment that would fit the format and take people on a journey where they could, experience all the familiar Halo franchise places and weapons and tech that they love so much, in completely new way. So we're thrilled for people to get to see it, and we can't wait.
Awesome, awesome. Now you touched on a little bit. There was a bit of a controversy as far as Master Chief taking off his helmet in the show because in the game you don't really get to see his face. The idea is that everyone is Master Chief as far as
Right.
the game is concerned. So, what's your thoughts on the whole little bit of backlash about that idea?
Yeah, I don't think it's backlash or controversy. It was
Mm.
it was I always knew that was going to be a part of it, because when you take a first person shooter video game and make it into a television show, you just by the construct of what you're doing, there's 50 million people out there who have bought the game, who have played the
Right.
game as the Master Chief. So whether they even know that that's why they don't want the helmet taken off or not, that's what's happening, right? There's a sense of ownership that you have over the character because you've played the game for so long as this character. So everybody in their own way feels like they're the chief, right? So I always knew that people were gonna get upset about taking the helmet off, because you're changing the course of the franchise. Um, but I think the good news is I think when people see the show, they'll realize why it was done. It's for long form television format. You really need to see the face of your character, the protagonist. We have multiple seasons of storytelling that we want to embark on. And the whole purpose of doing this show is to humanize John and to learn about the Master Chief in a way that you've never gotten to learn about in the games. So, and the fact that this version of the television show is my version of the chief doesn't take away from your version of the chief or from anybody else who has played the game and feels an ownership over it. And it doesn't take away from Steve Downs' version of the chief, who, is the iconic voice of the game and has done such amazing work creating the character over the last 20 years. All of those things still exist, and all of those things are still relevant in the most beautiful way. This television show and my version of the chief should only add to the Halo universe in ways that I think everybody should eventually be happy with.
That's a great answer. Now, give me the rap signal. I just have to ask quickly, what's your favorite Halo game?
Well, the original, obviously it started it in a big way, and it has, because of the newness of the environment, because of how big it was at the time for what it was trying to establish, and what it did establish. I think you can't go wrong with the classic original game. But I've recently been playing the Infinite campaign, and they've done amazing work on it. It's for a new gaming environment. The graphics are phenomenal. The story feels classic but new in a way, and so I'm a big fan of the original and of Infinite.
Thank you very much. Appreciate it, Pablo. Thank you for taking
Yeah,
your
thank
time
you
with
for
me
your
today.
time.